Biology Part 213. Dihybrid inheritance. In dihybrid crosses, two characteristics controlled by the genes at different loci are considered. In one experiment outlined in the figure, Mendel investigated the dihybrid inheritance by crossing plots from two pure breeding strains, one with smooth yellow seed and the other with wrinkled green seeds. The offsprings were all smooth yellow, these being the dominant characteristics. In the following year, the offspring number 1 seeds were planted and allowed to self-fertilize. A total of 556 offspring number 2 seeds were collected from these plots, comprising 315 smooth yellow and 108 smooth green, 101 wrinkled yellow and 32 wrinkled green. Smooth green and wrinkled yellow are new combinations of characters different from those shown by the original parent lines. They are therefore described the recombinant types. The figure provides the genetic explanation for these results. As you can see, there are two separate pairs of alleles, S capital and S lower, controlling seed shape, and Y capital and Y lower, or seed color. The genotype for the pure breeding smooth yellow is written SSYY, while pure breeding wrinkled green is SSYY in the lowercase. Only one allele from each pair is represented in the gametes, so that these must be SY capital or SY in the lowercase respectively. All the offsprings are number 1 smooth yellow and have genotype SSYY, heterozygous for both characteristics. The range of expected offsprings of the genotype is determined by the Punners-Scher method. Refer to the figure. It shows offsprings number 1 phenotype is in the proportion of 9:3:3:1, almost exactly as Mendel observed from a range of similar results. Mendel proposed a second generalization, which is now known as the Mendel's second law, or the law of independent assortment. This states that the alleles of the genes at different loci segregate independently of one another during the formation of gametes. Well, in our tutorial, we'll explain the significant Mendel's law assessed and some important exceptions discussed. However, before continuing, you should review the tutorial with the other ones. The topics covered provide an essential introduction to the study of genetics and evolution and should be known thoroughly. Next, we read the exceptions to Mendel's law. There are certain exceptions to the Mendel's laws. Mendel's laws are explained in our previous tutorial and are as follows. Number 1, segregation. An organism's characteristics are controlled by the factors of genes which are normally carried in pairs but which occur singly in gametes. Number 2, independent assortment of the alleles genes at different loci segregate independently of one another during the formation of gametes. These statements are not laws in the same sense as those of the physical sciences. Strictly speaking, they are generalizations which hold true for majority of the cases, but not for all. We are going to describe the exceptions to Mendel's laws, since some of the other which occurs only rarely, but others play an important essential part in life of all sexually reproducing organisms. First law exception, and then we'll move ahead with it. but I would like to provide this activity in my next video.